performance. Now, you want to twist the fairy tale? You make the monster the good guy. And grade 7 St. Thomas did just that in their story.
The friendly monster NongLi spent his summers getting ready for winter, storing food for the long, cold days ahead.
But the local villagers take advantage of NongLi's friendly nature, and when they take what's not theirs, NongLi finally says, "Enough!"
Let us see how NongLi solves his people problem. Here is grade 7 St. Thomas performing NongLi's Trouble.
You must have heard about the famous Chinese folklore, Nian, the story of the monster who haunted the villagers while they fought back by scaring him with the color red and loud explosions.
But do you know the origin of the myth, the other side of Nian, or should I say NongLi? Well, here is the real story.
A long time ago, in 531 BCE, the villagers of Yuli village were stressfully preparing for the upcoming winter. Their rations were declining at the speed of light, so the village leader called everyone for a meeting.
Thank you everyone for coming to this discussion. As you all know, the winter months are coming. Based on the signs of the wind and weather, this will be the coldest winter our village has ever experienced. We must find food in order to survive.
But we barely have enough food to survive the 5 months of winter.
What do we do? The fields are frozen and the animals in the forest have all gone to hibernate.
We barely survived through last year's winter. Does everyone remember last year's tears and hunger?
Silence! While going out to hunt, my squadron stumbled upon a monster above the highs and lows of this tiny village. There's a cave in the center of Yuli Mountain. A huge, huge cave. Inside lives a monster bigger than the biggest house in this village. We have seen the plentiful food the monster sourced for the winter. The food, it's enough to last us through a whole year. We'll just have to sneak past that creature.
What a splendid idea, my comrade. That monster doesn't need so much food anyways, while we're in need of dire help. It won't mind if we took some ingredients from itself.
Hooray!
And so, the villagers climbed up the mountain, slowly but steadily, in search of the monster's base.
NongLi, the kind monster living in his cozy cave, was peacefully snoring. He was quite unaware that villagers from the town were coming to steal his gatherings.
The journey up the mountain took 15 days, and when they reached the cave, they celebrated happily, but quietly, trying not to wake NongLi up.
We have made it, my friends. Prepare your baskets.
Yes, sir.
All right then, let's start the gathering, everybody.
Take as much as your pockets and baskets can carry. Take off your hats and fill it with food too.
There's so much food here. Just look at this. Such a wonderful sight.
This is heaven.
Once the villagers finished taking enough food for themselves, they quickly scurried away. However, when NongLi woke up, he was in a complete mess.
My food? Where did it go? No. How am I supposed to survive the harsh winter? I'll starve the whole time. Did the villagers nearby take it? No. There's no need to be angry. They probably needed it more than I did. I'll sleep more to conserve my energy.
The villagers realized that the monster kept forgiving them for stealing his gatherings. Since NongLi never came for them, they kept stealing for centuries. But in 421 BCE, both the villagers and NongLi's lives changed forever.
Guys, let's go to the monster's cave again. This year's winter is especially harsh, and if we don't gather enough food, we'll suffer a lot.
Well said, companion. Come on, everybody, to the mountains.
Here they come again. Excuse me, guys. You can have however much you want. But will you guys ever leave some food for me? I'm starving and becoming weaker. Please. I've tried to gather as much as I can this year.
Of course we will give you some food. We're not heartless monsters.
Yeah, we will try to leave some for you.
Oh, stop babbling. Keep up the whining and we'll take all of it.
You've been saying that since 531 BCE. I can't keep giving all my food away. I'm starving. It's hard for me to even talk to you right now. I'm begging.
We will give you the food tomorrow, and that's a promise.
Yes, of course we will.
My brother, I promise you.
You have been telling me that every time. Yet every year, I have to sleep through my hunger while you guys get to feast. Now get out of my cave!
We will provide the food, and we're not soulless creatures, are we?
But they never returned the favor.
Nian's anger built up day after day,
Until 2 months through the winter,
in miserable hunger.
NongLi had enough of the villagers' nonsense. Their greed, their selfishness, they were all just liars to him. He clenched his claws and started planning his revenge.
I had hoped I didn't have but it looks like I have no choice. They will pay for their mistake.
NongLi started practicing his powers back to its fullest potential so he could get rid of the villagers for good and have his revenge next winter.
I've mastered my powers. Ha! I can't wait to see their pathetic faces when they see me like this. Wait, I think they're coming. I can sense them with my abilities. I need to hide before they come here. They become really good at climbing that mountain.
All right, guys, it's time to gather his food again.
Finally, more food for my tummy.
Me too. We shall feast on its food.
Let's move, guys.
I will stay back and finish my task while you guys bring the delicious food.
Here they come. All right, I prepared very hard for this. Let's do it. Finally, time to shine. You're gonna pay for all these years of me starving and begging for food. I've mastered my fly-blown skills. They have to learn how to work hard by themselves and not to take people for granted. Oh, here they come. It's time for me to work my magic.
He goes into attacking form while being still and quiet. It took him months to master the skill. Meanwhile, the villagers didn't notice anything and kept climbing, not knowing what was going to happen.
Guys, look at all the food Nongli has left for us. And as a bonus offer, he isn't even here. That fool. This is all ours.
I wonder where he went.
Who cares? At least we have all this food.
Wait, this seems too suspicious. He never leaves his cave.
Does anyone hear that? I think that sounds from Nongli.
You bet it is. Run before I turn you into roast chicken with my fire breathing. All these months I've been practicing my skills.
Everybody run!
NongLi blew fire at the villagers ferociously, but they managed to escape.
While Nongli was blowing heater fire on the villagers, the army leader sneaked past Nongli and ran to the huge cave. But little did he know, he was about to get a big surprise.
While the villagers are burning to death, I'll get the food all for myself.
Where do you think you're going? You do know that the cave is protected by my attention. Your friends have run away and probably got injured by the steep mountain they climbed for nothing. It's time for you to pay.
Please leave me alone. I will not come here again.
That's what you always say, but you never keep your promise. You will pay.
Ah!
Yeah, that's right. Run, and while you're at it, do me a favor. Never come back to my mountain ever again.
What was that?
The fire, the roars, the terror he released.
Did you guys see NongLi's face? I've never seen him like that. I just saw my life flash before my eyes.
Sir, did you see that? Was that really NongLi? That must be some mistake, right?
Sir, please answer.
Never. Never again. I forbid all of you to ever enter Really Mountain ever again. We will now work to prepare for winter. We will grow our own food. No matter how hard we'll have to work, we will never return to Really Mountain again. The decision has been made. I don't want to hear any more complaints.
And just like that, NongLi scared away the villagers from his cave.
Over the years, the villagers, out of fear, created frightening stories of NongLi's attack and changed the event drastically.
They renamed him to Nian and spoke of Nian's evil schemes, who seemingly stole their food every year.
The villagers created ways to take on Yan and scare the rabid monster away. These stories got passed on from generation to generation till today.
And soon, NongLi's real side was forgotten. So now you know the real story behind it all.
We are Grade 7 St. Thomas. Thank you.